All right, happy Tuesday. Uh, it's February 3rd. That's crazy. Anyways, a quick recap, right? Um, just because we got some people asking for my setup, so here let's just talk about it real quick. Today, the only trade I took, as a matter of fact, was from US30, and it happened to be the reversal. So for everybody who knows, I like trading NAS, right? NAS 100. Um, NQ is what futures refer to. Anyways, yesterday was a great day. I 100% was expecting to fill basically these imbalance. This huge imbalance had to be filled over here. This one already got filled, but this one was still yet remaining. So TP1 over here, the ultimate TP, and if we're lucky, which where it should be coming down to, it should be filling basically anywhere between here, right? So this is the gap that it will most likely try to fill. There's no promises. She might come over here and start reversing back. She might even try to hold over here because there's something over here. I think she can try to come down here. But anyways, let's make it clear. Let's make it fresh. I did want to see at market opening or even pre-market, I wanted to basically see us come up for a retest, and that's what I wanted to see. I'm not gonna explain it too much. It's just every time we came up, dropped. I mean, we had three occurrences over here. She came up, drop, came up, drop, came up, drop, came up, drop. When we finally broke it, look, when we finally broke it over here, had a retest up, and then we came over here, bodies on the line below, actually below the line. Again, every time she came up, drop, came up, drop, and when we broke it, we were like just bouncing on it. And then when we finally came below it, had a retest. I wanted to see it pre-market or market opening. I wanted to see a retest, and I wanted to see a dump. So that's that. I and I just couldn't get a trade. I didn't get an entry. Nothing for me to do over there. It kind of sucks. Came to US30, she had immediately came up, but she was kind of, when I was looking at it, she was actually right, basically where my cursor is, right? So I was like, okay, holy shit. Well, she came up. She took all the previous highs. I mean, previous highs at least for this week. She's got a, she's due for some type of pullback. So I was looking to the left. That's how we know, right? You have to look to the left. And I could see that she was basically holding this type of resistance, right? So every time she came up, drop, came up, drop. I mean, liquidity is a great way to understand support and resistance, guys, right? So liquidity is also an amazing way to understand where now the strategy is called supply and demand. Supply and demands can help you a lot understand the liquidity and where the typical level slash zones for support and resistance would be. But every time there's a liquidity, that means that there was once orders over there or stopped orders out, so that the next batch of orders will always be typically where there's liquidity, right? So taking this into context, and this kind of just reminds me another reason why I put a why I was expecting some type of new batch of orders at either pre-market or New York market opening is because look at this, right? So that just sucks. But didn't get fulfilled. I couldn't trade anything. It was quick to notice that Nas was just dropping, and that just sucked because market opening she was coming up, and I was like, okay, we're halfway there already. It's just another 20 points, like there's no doubt. But she was stalling and she dropped, and I was like, okay, I missed it. So it's one of those days. The top line, top of that wick. If I had put on top of that wick, that would have been 100, probably 80 point stop loss. I'm not doing that. US30, you have to have massive stops. Not my style, right? So, damn, she's dropping. So, anyways, I saw that she had wicked, but then she was coming back down. As soon as she came back down, you see that dotted line. That's where I had got in 3 sells, right? So I put 3 heavy sell orders. The first one we did tank. Man, it was sitting so good in profit. I cut one of them. I was turning my positions because I wanted to see what we were doing over here, and she didn't come there, right? So at first, I mean, it was like a 2 minute, maybe a minute and a half trade, she just immediately just tanked, and she was holding support over here. Not support exactly per se, but she had climbed back up, hence that wick. What was crazy is that I was amazing, sitting lavishly in profits, and then she had basically came up. I did not want to trim my position or do anything. I still had not touched my stop loss. She had immediately gone against me a little bit. I mean, I think I was at like 11 or 12 points in drawdown, which for me it is heavy because I had two positions still open at the time. I had closed one in the first drop, the two were still open, and then it was looking nasty. It was looking nasty. There's no way to put it, right? Basically, she was in between my resistance box, my resistance zone, and it was looking pretty scary at the time because if she had pushed it, oh my god, would have been a massive run day, right? So, and it could have potentially, I don't know how much of my profits it would have took or taken, but when she had came back down, I mean, slowly she was working her way back up. I mean, if you go even on a 1 minute time frame just to show you guys, it I came back in great profits, but then she came. Sorry, she seemed like she was coming back to my entry. That was very nerve wracking. And then next thing you know, every lower low came with a retracement back high. So it was a little bit choppy. That's one thing I don't like about US30. You have to be really patient, unlike NAS. Um, Nonetheless, it worked out. I just wanted to see this as my ultimate TP. I'm not even going to be surprised if she's actually trying to hold this as previous support, now resistance, and now she's going to be tanking. But that's just that. Um, Made great profits. That's all I traded today. So 7 minute trade recap video. Great profits. Currently, I don't know if I'm on a 20. I think I'm on a 21-day streak now. Yeah, yesterday was 20. Yeah, so 21-day green streak. Look, I mean, whether you break even or whether you just didn't take a loss, or even if you're up 5 cents, that's green. So I do count that in my book. This is a 21 green slash break even day. So peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.